Hello everyone and welcome to our week 9 video. Today what I want to do in this video is go over some stuff about the research logs and also look at an example of a research log that's working really well. So as you can see looking at our calendar this week, you have 2 more research logs. So you should start to be getting into the rhythm of the research logs, figuring out, getting used to adding the different headings that you're supposed to. If you're struggling with the headings, I'm noticing some people are, please just go back to the directions for the research log. It tells you exactly what heading each section of the research log should be. So for each research log, you are looking in a new place. So for research log 2, you tried out Google Scholar. And for research log 3, you're going to be looking for a TED Talk for your first source, and you're going to be looking in the Atlantic magazine for your second source. So most students usually are really happy with the kinds of sources that they find here, and it adds some nice variety to what they have found as well. I want to give you a tip about when you're searching in the Atlantic. They have changed their access rules. So I would suggest before you click on an article that you go back there, that you make sure it's one that seems really interesting to you, because I believe that you only have 3 or 4 articles before you're able to, before they ask you to get a subscription. It used to be all free, but now they have, a limit on the numbers that you can see free per month. So to search the Atlantic, you would just go up there to the upper left-hand corner, and I'm type in social media, and anything that comes up will be articles within the Atlantic down here. So skip it up, skip any of those ads there and scroll down to where you can see that the article is actually in the Atlantic. And I think that all of you should be able to find something that applies to your topic. Remember, it does not have to be exactly about your topic, but that it's kind of a piece of the puzzle, as you as the editor think it's an important part or something someone should consider about your topic. Okay, so I just want to give you that point about the Atlantic, and be careful on the link. Make sure that the links you're clicking on are articles that you think really do apply to your topic, so that it doesn't lock you out. Okay, you also have an online parlor that's going to look at how your inquiry process is going so far. And then in research log 4, you are looking in 2 more different places. Okay, so you're looking in for a major news article, and you're also using the Atkins Library database. So we're trying to get you to figure out what kinds of sources you're finding in these different articles, in these different places that you're looking, so that you're getting more of a variety of sources. All right. Okay, so another thing I want to say about the research logs is that the more effort you put in now to the research logs, the more time you will be saving yourself at the end of the semester. All of the writing that you are doing for the research logs, you will use in your inquiry project reader's guide. Okay, so all the summaries, if you do a good job on them now, you will not have to do so much time revising them at the end of the semester. So all of the work that you're putting in, it's not busy work, it will be repurposed in the reader's guide. Okay, so just know that the more effort you put in, you're saving yourself time in the long run. I want to look at a research log whose formatting is done correctly, because I'm finding myself spending a lot of time asking people to either, change the formatting or go back and read the instructions. So I think it would be helpful to just look at an example. So I have picked Senni's research log here, and first thing I want to point out is that at this point on Monday is exactly how your research log should look at this point. So we have the overview, and the overview is stating her her guiding question. Okay, you can revise this if your guiding question is evolving as you learn about your topic. If you're finding, and that's a good sign that you're doing good research. So please, your guiding question is not set in stone. It can change as you learn more about your topic. So please update it as you need to as you're doing your research logs. Okay, so I can, with her table of contents, it's very clear. I can see distinctly each research log, right? So we have this one, and I can see the title of the source. Actually, we're missing a summary right there, so that's something that she would need to add. And then research log 2, I see the title of the source, the summary, the key terms, the title of the second source, the summary, and the key terms, and then the editor's commentary, which touches on both of these sources, okay? And I also want to show you that I think her group is doing a really good job of leaving comments as well, okay? So you can see they're leaving some substantial comments there. Seni's key terms, she's doing a good job defining them in her own words. And also, I want to focus on these key terms especially because I think these ones that she has chosen are really good examples of the kind of key terms that you're looking for. You're looking for the more specialized language of that parlor that you're listening in on. Okay, so things that, terms that the general public doesn't know off the top of their head. Okay, so things like micro decisions, biofeedback, those are really good key terms that I think your audience would need to find. So you want to be really selective on your key terms. So you might only have 1, 2, or 3 per article, and that's fine. All right. And another thing I want to point out that she is doing well is in this summary, she does a good job of giving the author's credentials. Okay, so we have Trine Sivertsen, and we say a University of Oslo Media Studies professor. So we get a little background on who that person is, which, as you learned in the summary studio, is what you are supposed to be doing. So I'm noticing that some people are not following the guidelines that were given in the summary studio. So you did that studio to prepare you for these research logs. So please go back and make sure you are following the formatting of the summary that is prescribed in that studio, okay? So you also notice you do not have a studio this week, okay? So you have a little break from studios. So please let me know if you have any questions. Remember that with your sources, you're trying to look for different angles on your topic so that you're not finding sources that repeat themselves. So play around with your key terms. Don't always use the same key terms for searching because that will lead to repetitive sources that are kind of saying some of the same things. Try to think about coming at your topic from a different angle so that you get different pieces of the puzzle that you're fitting together by doing all this research, okay? So please, leave any questions in the Ask the Professor forum, and feel free to communicate however you like with your team members. If you want some extra feedback from them, you are free to do that as well. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.